Namaskar, welcome to Whitehall. Stories of attack and discrimination against Indian abroad often makes headlines. In this video, we will break down fact-filled reasons behind these incidents.
On 13 September 2025, London witnessed one of its largest far-right demonstrations in recent years. The rally, called Unite the Kingdom, was organized by Tommy Robinson, whose real name is Stephen Yaxley Lennon. According to AP News, The Guardian, and Reuters, the protest drew over 110,000 people to the streets, making it a massive show of nationalist and anti-immigration sentiment. But the day did not remain peaceful. Violent clashes erupted with the police, leaving dozens of officers injured and leading to multiple arrests. This rally has sparked global debate, not only about immigration and nationalism in the UK, but also about the rising influence of such movements in Europe. Every day, headlines flash across our screens, revealing troubling stories of attacks and discrimination faced by Indians abroad. From the bustling streets of Melbourne to the historic avenues of Berlin, these incidents provoke a poignant question. Why are Indians being specifically targeted in regions like Europe and Australia? We delve into the complex layers that contribute to this unsettling trend, with the promise of shedding light on the struggles and resilience of the Indian diaspora. The first factor is racism and xenophobia, rooted deeply in a historical bias against immigrants, especially those of color. Amid a rising tide of far-right groups in Europe and Australia, South Asian communities increasingly find themselves at the center of these unsettling narratives. Incidents of hate, fueled by long-standing prejudices, reveal a grim reality that challenges the common ideal of multicultural acceptance in these societies. Economic competition forms another pivotal reason for the rising tensions. With Indians thriving in visible sectors like IT, medicine, and hospitality, locals sometimes perceive them as threats to job opportunities and educational placements. This sentiment intensifies during economic downturns when dwindling jobs heighten frustrations, making visible minorities easy scapegoats for societal discontent. Moreover, the cultural visibility of Indians, rich festivals, vibrant cuisines, and distinct lifestyles, while often celebrated, can paradoxically make them targets for discrimination. The very elements that enrich a community can sometimes draw negative attention, resulting in hate crimes driven by misunderstanding and fear. Geopolitical tensions further complicate perceptions. The global landscape, defined by India's geopolitical stances and alliances, particularly with the United States, indirectly influences how Indians are viewed abroad. As India's economic power grows, reactions may vary from admiration to animosity, with implications trickling down to the lives of everyday Indians overseas. This complex interplay raises questions on the sustainability and safety of the Indian diaspora in these foreign lands. So, why Europe and Australia specifically? In Europe, the waves of immigration from Asia and Africa have escalated nationalistic sentiments, with Indians often seen as part of the outsiders. In Australia, the large influx of Indian students, particularly during peaks of educational competition, often breeds friction over limited resources, escalating tensions that resurface in the form of hostility. Past incidents, like the infamous attacks on Indian students in Melbourne, further underline this challenge, drawing international attention to the vulnerability of these communities. One can't help but ponder the course of the Indian diaspora as it navigates these treacherous waters. In recent years, the Indian community abroad has galvanized into action, forming robust support networks through temples, cultural associations, student unions, and various diaspora groups. These entities serve as lifelines, fostering a strong sense of belonging and unity among Indian migrants. They create spaces where traditions are upheld and cultural heritage is celebrated, ensuring that younger generations remain connected to their roots even while adapting to new environments. As the Indian presence grows globally, so does political representation. An increasing number of individuals of Indian origin are entering political spheres in countries like the UK, Australia, and across Europe. This shift not only amplifies the voices of Indian communities but also fosters dialogue that can influence policies surrounding migration and integration. Their participation in governance reflects a commitment to shaping the future of their countries, advocating for both their communities' needs and broader societal issues. Confronted by rising incidents of hate crimes, Indian communities have become more vocal and organized in protesting against discrimination. Awareness campaigns highlight these injustices, exerting pressure on governments to take action. Indian embassies have also stepped up, recognizing the importance of diaspora safety. By actively advocating for stronger protections and supporting their citizens overseas, they enhance the sense of security within the community. As we look towards the future, the growth of the Indian diaspora remains promising. By 2030, Indians are projected to constitute one of the largest migrant groups worldwide, fostering deeper integration and acceptance. The second generation, in particular, demonstrates a remarkable capacity to blend into mainstream society while celebrating their unique heritage. However, challenges persist, including economic downturns and rising nationalism, which pose ongoing threats to the community's well being. Despite these hurdles, there is a hopeful outlook. The rich tapestry of skills, entrepreneurship, and cultural contributions from Indians abroad is increasingly appreciated. This growing recognition points to a transformative narrative where Indians are seen as pivotal players in their adopted homelands rather than mere migrants. As they continue to build bridges, culturally, economically, and politically, the Indian diaspora reflects resilience and adaptability in a world characterized by change. In conclusion, while the Indian community abroad may face challenges including racism and discrimination, there is a clear path towards greater acceptance and influence. This evolution highlights their potential not only to survive but to thrive as they claim their rightful place in the global landscape. The future looks bright as this vibrant community shapes its identity and legacy internationally.